The following is an article from Health Magazine, Fall 2024 edition, published by the Southwest Utah Public Health Foundation.
Sanitation in the Wild by Daniel Cole. Narrated by Daniel Cole. Camping in Utah is a truly unforgettable experience. From the Red Rock formations of Zion National Park to the snow-capped peaks of the Wasatch Range, millions of people flock to this state each year to experience the great outdoors and get back to nature. However, one aspect of wilderness adventure that is often overlooked is sanitation. Proper sanitation is not only a matter of personal comfort, but also one of environmental stewardship. Thankfully, by following some simple guidelines and practicing leave no trace principles, you can help maintain the beauty of Utah's wilderness while keeping yourself and others safe and healthy. Waste management in the wild. One of the most important aspects of camping sanitation is waste management. Whether you are camping in a developed campground with designated facilities or in the backcountry, it is crucial to properly dispose of all waste. This includes human waste, trash, and gray water. In developed campgrounds, you will typically find facilities such as restrooms, trash cans, and dishwashing stations. It is important to use these facilities whenever possible and to follow any posted guidelines for waste disposal. When using restrooms, be sure to properly dispose of all waste and toilet paper in the designated receptacles. Never dump gray water or trash on the ground or in the water sources, as this can contaminate the environment and harm wildlife. In the backcountry, proper waste disposal is even more critical. It is important to follow the principles of pack it in, pack it out. This means that you should carry out all of your trash, including food scraps, fruit peels, wrappers, and toilet paper. Do not bury or burn trash, as this can harm the environment and attract wildlife. Properly disposing of human waste is important to avoid polluting water sources, minimizing the chances of spreading disease, and maximizing the rate of decomposition. So when nature calls, be sure to follow leave no trace principles for human waste disposal. In a typical forest, digging a cat hole for one-time use may be an acceptable method for disposing of human waste. To use a cat hole, bury your waste in a hole dug 6 to 8 inches deep and 70 big steps away from water, trails, and campsites. After use, cover the hole with soil and pack out any used toilet paper in a sealable bag. Do not bury feminine hygiene products, as these can take years to decompose. While a cat hole might be effective in a forest, it can take years for waste to decompose in our arid deserts and alpine zones. When exploring these locations, it is required to pack out your waste and toilet paper. The most convenient and sustainable option is a WAG, Waste Alleviating and Gelling Bag. These are self-closing human waste containers, complete with crystals or gels to neutralize the dangerous pathogens. Just make sure to keep it in a separate exterior pocket in your pack, so the bag doesn't mix with sunscreen or even worse, food. Tips for staying clean and healthy in the wild. In the wilderness, it can be challenging to stay clean. However, practicing good personal hygiene is essential to prevent illness. Wash your hands frequently with biodegradable soap and water, especially before eating or preparing meals. Keep in mind that biodegradable means that soap will eventually break down in the soil, not that it has zero impact. If water is scarce, your best friend is hand sanitizer. Never dump soapy water from your hands or dishes directly into a water source, as this can stimulate the growth of algae and harm aquatic life. Instead, collect any food particles with a strainer or cheesecloth and scatter the water over a large area, 200 feet away from water sources, to allow it to filter naturally into the soil. It's best not to eat leftover prepared foods from day to day, as these can become a breeding ground for harmful bacteria when temperatures are above 40 degrees. Instead, plan to eat single-serve entrees to save on waste and bulk. Your camping or backpacking trip won't last too long if you don't have clean drinking water. Even though the clear water flowing in rivers and streams may look refreshing, it could still be home to bacteria, parasites, viruses, and other contaminants. To avoid getting sick, always treat water before drinking it. Boiling water for at least 1 minute, 3 minutes if above 6,500 feet, using a water filter or using water purification tablets are effective methods for making water safe to drink. Above all, stay away from stagnant wading pools or swamps, which are likely to be rich with parasitic life. When venturing away from camp, make sure to protect your food from insects and animals. Keeping flies and rodents away from your food protects you from diseases they may be carrying. When leaving food unattended, use proper food storage techniques for the location, such as bear canisters or hanging it at least 10 feet off the ground and 4 feet away from trees to prevent wildlife from accessing it. Never feed or approach wild animals, as this can habituate them to human presence and lead to dangerous encounters. Lastly, make sure you are prepared for emergencies. Despite taking precautions, accidents can happen in the wilderness. Be prepared for emergencies by carrying a first aid kit, navigation tools, and communication devices, such as a cell phone or satellite messenger. Know how to treat common outdoor injuries and illnesses, and be prepared to seek help if needed. Most importantly, always let someone know your travel plans. By following Leave No Trace principles and practicing good hygiene, you can help protect Utah's natural beauty and wildlife while keeping yourself and others safe. Remember to pack out all waste, treat water, dispose of gray water properly, and wash your hands regularly to ensure a safe and enjoyable outdoor experience. Stay informed, stay prepared, and stay safe on your next wilderness adventure in Utah.
If this episode kept you alert and informed, mission accomplished.